I know a lot of tantric schools teach in a way that's in opposition to classical yoga, but I was actually taught by somebody who practiced both simultaneously. And my
Okay.
view on it, personally, it was handed down to me, but it's still my view after practicing for a long time, is that there actually isn't much rub between them. So I know it's like presented a lot like this is the tantric view, and we think, all emotional states and all aspects of ourselves, are basically part of, Shiva, basically, what I mean, are basically part of like the universal, and they're all, what's the word? They're all a way to get back to the self, but you're kind of already there anyway. But there are things to remind us. And then classical yoga has a thing of like, we've got a problem that we have to solve, right? The way I was taught is that those are actually pretty much the same, because in the end, you're just sort of, you're using semantics to get to the same place. So in yoga therapy, the reason I'm saying all this is because in yoga therapy, it's similar in that you're at the same time communicating. You're okay because you're you, and this is right. You're okay, and I fully acknowledge you suffering and wanting to be different than you are, and all the aspects, say, of the koshas are all present in you, and they're all there. So we're actually talking about you balancing or finding, right, something that you already have. You have to acknowledge that somebody's trying to get from A to B. And so they may or may not be able to get there, but you have to sort of acknowledge their desire to do so and do what's in your power to help them do that, if that's what they're choosing. So I think as a healer, you're kind of doing both at the same time, because it would be disingenuous to say everything's cool just the way it is, right? To somebody who, you know what I mean, can't move their hip. And they're like, I don't like that I can't move my hip, right? Like, this is horrible. And it would also be disingenuous to say, look, the way your hip is horrible. And you know what I mean? If you don't fix it, X, Y, and Z, that's my opinion. We got to move you towards that. So that's just on a physical level, but you see what I'm saying? So both are true. And really, if you really step back, again, this is my opinion, so you can take it or leave it, but I'll give it to you since I'm here. If you really step back, a lot of yoga is getting okay with that duality or those opposites, right? Whether it's on a spiritual level or on a healing level, you know what I mean? That's the issue most people are dealing with, right? Is holding both points of view at the same time.